So Riot just announced their first champion of 2024, Smolder. A cute dragon ADC champion which at first glance looks like the child of Xayah and Rakan. But since it turned out as a dragon, somebody probably cheated. Anyway, I'm not here to make conspiracies or theories, so let's get right into the champion. Smolder is a caster marksman, meaning unlike traditional ADCs that rely on auto attacks, he actually primarily relies on his spells for his damage output. So kinda like an APC Ziggs or Swain bot lane, but thankfully Smolder is actually built AD. And with a large AoE kit, Smolder excels in teamfights and has the ability to really turn the tide of a game and win those decisive late game teamfights. And Riot designed him to be personally my favorite type of champion, a scaling champion. Meaning for 90% of us, this will be perfect for our low elo games where people don't know how to end. Smolder's passive is Dragon Passive. Very creative, right? Where Smolder gains stacks by hitting champions with abilities and killing enemies with your Q, where each stack permanently increases the damage of Smolder's basic abilities. Smolder's Q, Super Scorcher Breath, is an ability which belches a flame at his enemies and scales directly with his passive. At 25 stacks, Smolder's Q additionally gains the ability to damage surrounding enemies of his target. And at 125 stacks, his Q then sends explosions beyond the target, dealing 75% of the ability's damage. And finally, at 225 stacks, you basically get a free Liandry's and Collector, where your Q applies a burn, dealing max health true damage over 3 seconds. And if an enemy champion while burning were to drop below a total health threshold, they are then instantly killed. Yep, this is definitely a late game champion. Smolder's W ability is called... quite literally. That's what it's written. Where Smolder lets out a flaming sneeze, damaging and slowing enemies hit, where hitting champions also cause an additional explosion. A nice and simple ability. Thank you, Riot. Smolder's E is called Flap, Flap, Flap. Now, I read that as something completely different at first, but... Anyway, Smolder takes flight and gains move speed while ignoring terrain for 1.25 seconds, and while flying attacks the lowest health enemy champion. I think it's safe to say that Aurelion Sol is definitely his dad in some capacity. And lastly, his R is called... Mommy? Mom? But anyway, this ability name actually makes sense because Smolder gets his mom to help him out, breathing fire from above, dealing extra damage and slowing enemies in the center of her fire. There is also an additional part to this ability where if Smolder was to get hit by his own ultimate, it will then provide some healing for him. But honestly, as an ADC player myself, I'm very excited to try this new champion coming into the new season. But what do you guys think of this champion? Do you think this champion's broken? And do you think Xayah cheated on Rakan with Aurelion Sol? Write up a fanfic and let me know in the comment section below.
I've been traveling the sea.